Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers, and welcome to the channel if you're new, and if you're a returning viewer, it's so nice to see you again, and thank you for coming back. Today, I'll be showcasing you the tactic that was submitted to me by a subscriber, so shout out to them, and this is actually a crazy tactic. I'll give you some context to how this tactic was implemented and how the results of it pretty much. I'll show you later and more in depth. So essentially we are doing a Youth Academy Challenge save with Whitby Town. We have been promoted to Varro National. We have been there for 4 seasons, maybe 5 now, I can't even remember. And we are only using Youth Academy players. So we can't sign anyone. And we just have to build a tactic around the players that we have and try to develop them. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's currently on the channel and it's still ongoing. So if you're interested in that type of stuff and maybe it's a challenge you've never attempted and you want to see how I'm doing and follow the save, feel free. But yeah, we was predicted at the beginning of this season. We were predicted to finish bottom with 800 to 1 odds. However, since I promised the viewer, he messaged me and he said, "Oh, can you use it? I want to see if it does good in your save." Because in his save, I think he's doing Crystal Palace and he got Onachu, I think is how you say his name, to score 32 goals in the Prem, and Crystal Palace have he finished 3rd, I think, in the Prem with this tactic in this first season. And he said, use it at your save with Whitby and see if you can do well in the Varro National with this tactic. And I was like, okay, sure, we'll do 1 season. I thought Varro National is the worst league in the game. I think everyone can agree that if you managed in that league. There's only 1 promotion spot, and yeah, there's semi-pro and professional teams, and it's very annoying to be in there. So I used the tactic not thinking we'll probably get promoted, but despite the 800 to 1 odds with players that are not even Varro National League quality, we managed to finish 4th in the league, I think, and we didn't drop out outside the playoff spots for the whole season. I think the lowest we were was actually 7th, which is crazy. And yeah, we did actually win the playoff final. That you can see that in the season review portion of the last episode where we did get promoted, and it's insane that we managed to achieve that with players that are not even Varro National League quality. I'm going to reiterate that again, that it's ridiculous. And so yeah, now that you have the context for this tactic, I'm going to show you some clips of the goals you can expect while using this tactic and what it's all about, and then we'll delve more deeply into the tactic. I'll show you the play instructions, the shape, and some advice on what players you should be looking for in each position. And yeah, maybe even show you about the save near the end. So upcoming are the clips. If you're not interested in the clips, feel free to skip ahead and just go straight to the tactic. So I hope you enjoyed the clips. We're now going to delve into the main course, the meat of the video, the tactic itself. It's a 4-2-4, as you already know. It is an attacking mentality. You have a lot of players with attacking roles. So in possession, your attacking width is fairly wide. You pass into space, you do low crosses, you work the ball into the box, you play out of the defense. I was thinking he went American there for some reason. And then you have your wingers overlapping right and overlapping left. You're playing shorter passes and you have a higher tempo. In transition, you're regrouping and then countering. You're distributing quickly and you're rolling it out from your goalkeeper, as the long kicks and short passes are where a lot of goalkeeper mistakes are made. So I think that's a pretty important player or tactical instruction to put in. You have a standard defensive line and a high press of engagement. Line of engagement, sorry. Then you trigger and press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution. You get stuck in, you trap inside and stop crosses, especially if you have a small team like me. It does help, as we have a 5'11" centre back. Brazil, our other centre back, is actually 6'2" with 17 jumping reach. It does help when the cross does come in. But yeah, before a couple seasons ago, we had two 5'10" centre backs and we were struggling heavily. So now for the actual player roles and player instructions. You're going to have a sweeper keeper on defend. You're going to have two wing backs on attack. Both instructions for both sides are take more risks, cross more often, dribble more, shoot less often, stay wide and tackle harder. As you can see, it's the same on the other side. Then in midfield, you're going to have a ball-winning midfielder with no extra instructions put on him, and then a segundo volante on attack. You're going to have inverted wingers on both sides. They both have the same instructions as each other. Take fewer risks, shoot less often, get further forward, roam further from position, and tackle harder. As you can see, same on the other side. Then you're going to have your target forwards, take more risks, shoot less often, and tackle harder. And then your advanced forward on attack, take more risks, shoot less often, and tackle harder. The idea is for them not to shoot from stupid positions, and you're basically trying to sweat it and shoot directly in front of goal. You don't want to be taking stupid shots from stupid angles, which happens a lot if you don't have these instructions. So these are pretty important. And yeah, that is the tactic. I'm gonna show you real quick, if you're still here, about like how we actually did in the season. You can see we finished 4th in the league. We did win the playoffs. And then if we look at past positions really quickly, past positions, Whitby Town, you can see we did not fall out of the promotion playoffs at any time during the season. The lowest we went is to 6th. So I think in the beginning I said 7th, but it's actually 6th is the lowest we went. And yeah, and we were predicted, as I said in the beginning, to finish bottom with 800 to 1 odds. But yeah, that's pretty much is the tactic, and I strongly implore you to use it. Try it out for yourself with your teams and your squads. Most importantly, you're going to want fast wingers and fast fullbacks. Your ball, like I said, ball playing defenders to have good dribbling and good passing and vision. As your ball playing defender is going to be taking the ball and trying to skip past like the strikers. Like if they do press you, that he's going to try to evade the press and distribute the ball either to the wings or to your midfielders, the Gunnar Volante, to take it forward. Our ball playing defender this season actually got a couple of assists. I think he's got 2, which at this level with his passing and vision is not terrible. And I think that's all the advice I can give you to maximize your gain from the tactic. And yeah, if you're interested in the save, it's on the channel. Please do check it out. If you made it this far into the video, you clearly enjoyed it to some extent, so do leave a like and do subscribe to not miss out on any future maybe tactics that we discover on the channel. And if you want to submit your own tactics for me to try out and maybe review, you can do so, and my email is linked on the channel about section. So feel free to email me your tactics. I will try them out and use this one and let me know how it goes for you. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next video. I have a great day, and goodbye.